I'm only taking one step at a time towards healing myself. I had to get out, I found a way out. No more living in pain or misery. It's all about protecting my energy. Keep the negative away from me, because I am just keeping my peace. Cut off everything that no longer was serving me, and I chose to start loving myself. I walk in my purpose, no looking back, I'm only going within. Be.O. standing there, a better version of me. I must say that I'm proud of me. It's not about how you feel, I'm living proof that God is real. So let me show you how to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, cause I came a long way. My journey isn't yet complete, that's what it look like to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, I'm proud of myself. It's nothing to it, you can do it, all you gotta do is just fight through it. Creative soul, creative soul, creative soul. Just fight through it. Creative soul, creative soul, creative soul, creative soul, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Pain to Purpose podcast, where we have open discussions to heal together as a community. Today, we have an author in the building, Miss Chanae Mckenzy. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
Good, good. Well, listen, I'm excited to have you here on Pain to Purpose podcast. You know, we are always looking for authentic people to come on to the podcast and share their story, what God has done for them. So let's get into your story.
Where do we begin?
So tell us where you're from.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised, Duval County. Uh, I don't know if you ever heard of Duval. That's where I'm
No.
from. The
Okay.
home Jaguars, yeah.
Okay. And what got you to be wanting to become an author?
I guess it's just like I've always been a reader first, and then I've always been a writer. I started writing poems. I started writing my songs, and then I was like, okay, it's time to let your imagination run around and write a book. So a little bit of things that I've been through in life with losing my firstborn son and raising a daughter with autism, losing my fiance and my best friend, everything in one is just like, okay, you got to keep going, you got to push it, and you got to write this book. So that's what inspired me.
Wow, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
That's a lot
It
that
is
you
a lot. That's what I was
to
gonna say. It's a lot.
get
Yeah.
through. You're very strong to even be on a platform and willing to be open to share your story. It is not easy sharing our stories and being authentic. But thank you for coming on and
Of
willing
course.
to help the community through what you've been through.
Of course. Thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. So, what's the first book that you wrote?
So the first book that I started writing was the memoir, Still Becoming which is kind of like a reflection book highlighting certain parts of my life, the trauma, the good, the bad, everything. But I stopped midway. Like I was like, I can't do this because like when I was writing, I felt like I was reliving some of
Mhm.
the trauma that happened. I was like, So I put it kind of like on the back shelf. And then I started writing my urban book, Addicted to the Chase, The Price of Ambition. So I kind of was in between two books. But the first one that was published was the Addicted to the Chase, The Price of Ambition novel. That was the first one I published.
What I learned through my healing journey, writing my first book, I had to relive some of the things. And some of the things that you went through or that I went through, it was like I forgot about it or just kind of like put it in the back
Right,
of my head. And I talked to my therapist about that too. And that's another thing that we talk about on this platform. People are so judgmental about people going to therapy, but there's nothing wrong with therapy. It's the
absolutely.
same thing as going to see a primary care doctor, okay? So
Right,
we all need it, okay? But I learned through therapy and praying and reading and everything and just going through the process, like I was reliving some of the things that I had been through. And
right,
at times it gets you to where you don't want to write anymore, but you know that you're called to write and you've
right,
got to get that story out there, that testimony, because there's somebody sitting in a corner crying, going through the same thing that you're going through.
right. Absolutely, I agree. Yep.
So what about the second book?
So the second book, Addicted to the Chase, is an urban fiction. So it was kind of like me letting my imagination just run wild. I did take some, maybe a little, I fabricated a little bit of something that may have happened in my life, but I just kind of like wanted to be fictional. I didn't want anyone to ask me any questions like, is that you? Is that book about you? Because it's not. The character is, she's a fictional character, but she did go through some of the things that I went through, like some similar things that I went through, but it's completely an urban book and it's really, really dope. I really like it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's see the cover of that beautiful book.
So this is the cover. It's a beautiful woman, dark skin. She got her hair locks pulled back and she's in like this red
Okay,
dress. And then the back of it's a picture of me, the author, and then the back blurb of the book. So this is
okay.
it.
And where can they find that book?
So it's on Amazon right now. It's on
Okay,
Amazon. Yeah. I'm still working on, having it distributed through like bigger platforms, but right now it's on Amazon. Yeah.
okay. Well, congratulations to you on your journey. I know
Thank
that this is not going to be the last book
you.
because
No. No.
you're called to write. So you'll be back here with your
Yeah.
next one.
I'm actually gonna do a series. It's I already wrote I already wrote the it's a three-part series and I already written the second and the third novel. I just have to go through and edit and do all of that stuff.
So I want to ask you, with the losses that you have endured, how did you get through that?
Therapy. Um when I first lost my son at birth. I lost him. I was 18 years old. I lost my son at birth. Went through like a high risk labor. It was really, really, really bad. And not leaving the hospital with your baby, it just does something to you. It changes you completely, especially at the time. I think at the time my sister was pregnant with her son, and my fiance's sister was pregnant with her son, and I was the first one that announced that I was pregnant. So when I lost my kid, I kind of like didn't want to be bothered, didn't want to be around babies, and it just really did something to me. So I started going through like grieving therapy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go that long. The first time I didn't go that long. I kind of like just went for like maybe three sessions I did for
Mm-hmm.
him, and I was like, oh, whatever. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to have any more kids anymore. So this is pointless. That's kind of how I looked at it. But
Mm-hmm.
my doctor was like, "You're gonna be back in 6 months," and I was like, "No, I'm not." He was like, "Yes, you is." I was like, "No, I'm not," and I was back in 6 months. I was literally back in 6 months. Yeah.
So, okay, so I want to ask you though, at what point did you realize that you really needed the therapy and you couldn't do it on your own? And let me say this really quick. The reason why I'm asking this question is because a lot of people, they need therapy, but they are afraid of going to therapy, or they're just in a space where they feel stuck and they don't know what else to do, but therapy is what they need.
Right. Honestly, I feel like I needed therapy before I lost my son. If we're being honest, like I had a rough childhood. I'm not even gonna hold you. But therapy, it doesn't click when you're 18 years old and you're just trying to navigate life as an adult. It doesn't click in your head like, oh, I need therapy. Somebody has to tell you, like, hey, listen, sweetheart, you need to talk to somebody. But I didn't. I needed therapy before I lost my son. But after I lost my son, I had like a nurse come to me, and we talked, and we kind of like I kind of touched bases on a lot of stuff that I went through in life, and how it was so unfair that I didn't get a chance to leave with my baby. And she gave me a card, and she was like, you need to go talk to somebody. She was like, I really believe that it will help. But then when I went to go talk to the therapist, it wasn't just about my son, me losing my son. She started digging into like, well, how's your mom? How's your dad? How you do? And I was like, you being too nosy. At first I thought I'm like, y'all digging, y'all reaching. So that's honestly why I stopped the first time with therapy. After like the third session, I was just like, I feel like even talking about my past is not healing. Like that's what I thought at first, but I was only 18, so I wasn't mature enough to know that, I actually need therapy and I need to listen and take heed to it. I wasn't mature enough then. So,
You
yeah.
know, a lot of people say things like, you could just forget about it. They want you to forgive and forget. But how many people actually tell you how to heal during the process?
Right. And not
You
many.
want
like I say, they'll tell you something and you're just listening, but it's like, what's next after I leave here today?
Mhm,
I hear you, but what do I do? What do I, like, how do I change my mind? That's
mhm,
like the most important thing is your mental. How do I, change my mind from everything that's been going on? Yeah, we talked about it. It felt good, but what's the solution to it? So that's how I
and
felt the whole time.
the other thing that I've noticed with our community is that they want you to just be like, okay, I went through that, and just keep going and keep quiet. And some of them don't even believe in therapy and then judge you because you do go to therapy when
Right.
they need therapy too.
That's true. That's true. Like the adult me, like therapy now, I still go to therapy to this day because of the other things that have happened to me in my
Mhm,
life. So I'm learning the more I talk about it, like when I log off, because I do Zoom with my therapist, and when I log off, I'm like, yeah, we did that. Whew. It's like a relief, like I'm feel good.
mhm,
I'm like, okay, I understand exactly what she said, and like I said, the older you are, you become more mature to what, people are saying, taking advice and how to take advice. But yeah, for the people that just be like, oh, why do you go to therapy? Who wants to pick those people? Go to God. And it's like God told me to go to therapy. He told me to talk to somebody about this. So yeah.
yeah. So, and then you're singing. What started you like? Did you start singing when you were younger, or when did that start?
Well, I rap and I sing. And I just started music. Like my mom sung in the choir, my dad plays the guitar, my brother, he started rapping, my older sister rap, my middle sister sing and rap. So it was only,
Wow.
it was my calling to kind of like follow lead. But I started rapping in like sixth grade, like when I was like 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. I started
So
like putting
we
my words
know
together.
I've learned that behind every rapper, behind every solo artist, and author, of course, there is a story. So there, you are very talented.
Thank you. Thank you. I
So, is there a favorite? Do you have a favorite singer and a favorite author that kind of
um
helped you along the way?
I would say my favorite like artist of all time, of course, is Lauryn Hill. Like I just love Lauryn Hill. She resonated with my soul. So I would say Lauryn Hill, and then like my favorite author. I used to read a lot of the Around the Way girls when I was little and had no business reading those books. But I would say like my favorite author to today is Tyree Davis. He wrote like a urban fiction book as well called Summer Breeze. So I think because I actually got a chance to know him as a person and then know, like the story behind him and being able to read the book, I was like, okay, he kind of like inspired the urban fiction,
Okay.
So yeah, Tyree Davis is his name. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, are you gonna sing a little bit for us today?
I don't sing. I rap.
You little rap for us?
I don't know. Like, okay, so let me be honest. Like, me rapping, I don't really rap like how everybody else rap. Like, oh, we're doing this, doing that. There may be some profane words in it here and there, but I don't really I don't rap about a lot of the stuff that other people rap about. But I do clean up everything, and there may be like a curse word or two or three. So I don't want to.
Okay. So, what do you rap about?
Like right now, I'm working on an EP. It's called Pop Season, and I have I think I'm like 6 tracks in, and if I had to say what they are about, one of them is just basically like pop. I call it a body of pop. It's basically just rapping about everything that I've gone through. I went through, and that was not bad. That's not bad at all. And then I have like another one called Crash Out, and it's basically talking about how sometimes we crash out in relationships. And then another one called Soul Ties is talking about just love. So they're all really, really good. I just know that some of them have like some profanity in them. Not really like Soul Ties. I don't really have that many curse words in it, but I don't want to say the wrong thing on the podcast. And you have to edit it out, bleep it out, or whatever. So, but it's
Well,
really good.
I respect you wanting to respect my
Yeah.
platform. What I will say is my first book, a lot of people were surprised with me because it is not your average it's not a Christian book. And when I wrote my book, I wanted to reach a certain audience.
Right.
I wanted to reach people that were in certain areas and
Right.
meet them where they were. I want to meet you where you are to help you.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to reach people where they are. And so I didn't write my book where it was just sneaky clean all the way through. Like it's not at all. And so I tell people before you buy this book, this is what's in it. Before
Right.
you purchase it, it's not a Christian book, although it will teach you about generational curses and domestic violence and things like that. You're going to see and hear some things in there that you may or may not approve of. It may not
Right.
be a book for you, but it is for somebody.
Right.
So,
Okay. Well, I definitely got to check that book out.
so I don't want you to ever feel embarrassed or feel some kind of way about what you wrote, because what
Okay.
you wrote from the heart and it's for the right people.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not that necessarily I'm embarrassed or anything. I just know that how, YouTube and all of these different apps where you say too many curse words and they try and flag it. So I didn't want to say anything that
Right,
flag.
right, right.
Yeah.
No, I respect that. So tell us
Yeah.
what's next for you.
So I am working on my pot butter. It's a body butter, basically like a self-care kit. It's really, really good. It's all organic ingredients, and that's going to be like launched in January. So I'm super excited about that. And then again, my EP is going to be dropping March 21st. March 21st was the day that my best friend of 20 years passed. She passed this year.
Oh,
Yeah, she
sorry.
passed this year in 2025. So I was like, to give myself some time and to have like a special date, I'm going to drop my EP on her death date, which is like March 21st. And then my pot butter is going to be like first thing January. And then I still have 2 parts to Addicted to the Chase because it's a series. And I don't know when. I just kind of like want the readers to get used to the first novel first
Hmm.
and see how good it goes, and then I'll drop the next 2 parts. So,
Okay.
I have
So what
some.
did your like close friends and family think about the book?
So my mom, I just got off the phone with my mom right before we got on, and she's like, "Do good, you good, you cute, you cute." So I was like, "Okay." She was like, "You got this," because I told her, I was like, "I'm kind of nervous." She was like, "Why?" because they think that I'm like this clown because I'm really goofy at heart and I don't take anything serious. Like I'm that person. So my mom's like, "How you gonna be? What you gonna do? How you gonna hang hands?" I'm like, "Lady, leave me alone right now." Um, so before, honestly, before my best friend, before my fiance passed away, he passed away in 2022. We were together since I was 15 years old. That's my
Oh,
first
sorry.
love.
Wow.
Uh, the father of my deceased son and the father of my daughter. So we was like this. So anything like right now, if he was here, he would be like, "Let me make sure your light in here. Pull your shirt here. Let me make sure." So I started writing the book 2020. I started writing the book like COVID time. He was still here, and I kind of like finished the book, but it was like I had to add and take away to kind of like come up on the right amount of pages for a novel.
Mhm.
And he was right there giving me ideas. So he was like, "Okay, you got this. You're an author. Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody my fiance an author." So he
Oh,
passed away right in the middle of like right when I was getting ready to edit the book and do
wow.
like yeah, he passed away, and I pushed the book to the side. I pushed it. I was like, "No, I'm not doing this," And then I started a organic pot butter product, and it's basically like for women who's going through self care. I started it in a like real deep place. Like I was going through a lot of stuff. At the time, I just wanted a self-care ritual routine that made me feel good. So I was like, you're gonna have to start it yourself. So I started mixing like all these different like organic ingredients together, and I started feeling really better. My skin started glowing a lot better. So I
Okay.
was like, you know what, I need to really lock into this product and maybe it could really like help change someone. Like I'm so serious. I found this like out of like a deep dark place that I was in. So my sister was like, well, maybe you should come up with this, pop butter and use your name because my music name is Spody and Pop. My brand name is Pop Tier. So I was like, okay, Pop Butter, that's only right. So I will be launching Pop Butter January 2026. It's going to be on everybody's shelf. I promise you that. But I'm going to probably start off with TikTok. I'm going to start off Amazon, of course, since I know like the little tricks to getting products and stuff on Amazon. And hopefully one day it'll be, in your local Walmart or somewhere. I don't know. But it's something fun that I'm working on and I'm ready to kind of like get in the lab and start experimenting with it. So it'll be launched out.
Okay. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you.
Thank
You are definitely doing a lot.
you.
And you're going to be helping so many people in so many different ways because you're so talented and you're
Yeah.
not just doing one thing, you're doing several things. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Mhm.
And make sure you contact us and let us know like when it actually launches so we
Of
can
course.
promote and get it out there and all that good stuff.
Definitely. I definitely will. I'm super excited myself. I'm waiting for it. I got a little commercial and everything that's going on. I got a cameraman. He's like, I got you a commercial. I got great ideas. So I'm super excited about it. Yeah.
Okay, that is so good. Okay. So proud of you. So, is there anything that you would like to leave for our audience or anything you would like to share with them?
I would just say, don't let like any of your previous trauma or pain stop you from really like walking into your divine purpose and stuff that's aligned with your journey. Like, and don't let support be a reason that you stop. Like a lot of people stop because they feel like they don't have support, and you just gotta learn how to clap for yourself. You gotta learn how to be your own boss. You gotta learn how to be your own editor, your own everything, your own cameraman, whatever it takes. You have to do it, especially if you want to like see the ultimate goal of the fruits of your labor. Just don't stop, keep going, and that they could find me on all platforms. Pop Tier, Spodium Pop. That's POPTIER. Literally, Spodium Pop LLC is gonna pop up. I'm gonna pop up. And they also can follow my author page, Author Chanae, because I am an author and I like to kind of like keep me being an author separated with Pop Butter and my music brand. So, yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations to you again.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
You are welcome. I can't wait for everything else to launch.
I appreciate it. It's coming. It's coming. It's pop season.
Well, blessings to you and to our audience. Do not forget, all of my books are on Amazon under Creative Soul. And I am a certified life coach now. So you can go to paintopurposepodcast.com if you would like help with life coaching, if you would like to see the books that I have, if you would like to come on the podcast and showcase your work, share your story, your pain of how you got into your purpose and how good has God has been to you, definitely go onto the website and contact us. We thank you for watching the show. Remember, it's only pain until you discover your purpose and start your healing journey. And we'll see you next time.